What is up, guys? Cheese here. Before I start this video, I just want to say happy holidays. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, but with the holidays and coming back from college and moving all my stuff back into my room, it's been kind of difficult to get a video out, and I've just been super busy with family stuff, and I apologize for not posting more, but it's just been crazy. But anyways, in today's video, we're going to be going over the 3 new operators that have come out this season. I kind of just want to give you guys my opinion on them and introduce you to their abilities and if I think they're a viable resource for ranked, and if you should buy them if you haven't already, and if you should use them if you have bought them. But besides that, this is one of the Easter eggs on the new map Tower. It's one of my favorite Easter eggs in this map. It's super cool just to be able to get into, and I definitely, if you haven't already, you should hop into a custom game or maybe even a casual or whatever. Hop into a game, try this out. You will definitely not regret it. You can get some great screenshots and stuff from it for a background on your Xbox. But anyways, that is about it. I am going to hop into the video, introduce these operators, and let you guys get into it. Alright, so the first operator we're covering is Sophia, aka Zofi. Her assault rifle is pretty decent. I like this operator just because she is pretty much Mrs. Utility. She has 2 impact grenades that she can shoot, and she also has 4 concussions, which are pretty ridiculous. When you hit somebody with all 4 of them, you're pretty immobilized, and there's not really much of anything that you can do. Besides that, she's a decent operator. A little side note, she can actually revive herself when down, but you revive with only 1 health. She's very manly looking, probably the manliest looking operator besides Tachanka. And most importantly, she has a mole right there. Yeah. So having said all that, I do think she is a viable source for ranked, especially a high level play, just because of all the utilities she brings to your team. With those 2 impacts and the 4 concussions, there's really not much that she can't do. She can breach holes in walls, she can take out barbed wire, take out bandit traps, stop a bandit from bandit trapping by shooting in concussions through a drone hole. She's very versatile and brings a lot of utility, and just a good operator all around. Having said that, she is probably my second favorite operator from these 3 new ones that have been introduced this season, just because I don't care for her gun all that much. Alright, next up we have Doki, aka Doki. She is a pretty attractive operator compared to Sophia, and she actually has one of the only DMRs that I will use in this game. I'm not a big DMR fan. I think with every gun being able to kill with 1 bullet to the head, why would you ever use a gun that limits you on your rate of fire? That never made sense to me. But this DMR, if you have a good, decent trigger finger, you can actually shoot it pretty quick. I like the damage that it deals too. Once in a while, it kind of feels like the hit registration is off a little bit. I'm not sure if that's just me, but it does kind of feel a little sketchy. But besides that, her utility, she can call cell phones and she can hack cameras. Calling the cell phones, although it's very cool, and it can come in use when you're trying to track down roamers, or if you're about to rush a site and you catch somebody answering their phone, that can be very useful. But besides that, I don't really see her as being that viable of an option for ranked, just because playing at that high level of play, people are going to know not to answer their phone when you're rushing a site. And if someone's bandit trapping, they're going to know not to answer their phone when you're trying to thermite a wall. It's a pretty obvious thing, and I think with a higher level of play, you're going to see less use of Doki in those certain situations, just because she's not that useful. And she doesn't bring a lot to the table. She can have smoke grenades, which does help her out a little bit, but besides that, I don't really care for her all that much. Her secondaries are amazing. She has the C75 and the SMG 12, which is just another version of the SMG 11, and in my opinion it's much better simply because of the size of the clip that it has. The amount of bullets that you can shoot is just not even close. The SMG 11 can only hold, I think, a 17 round clip, and the SMG 12, this holds like 30 something bullets or something like that, so there's no competition there. But the C75, another option which I really like to use, simply because it's super accurate, way more accurate than the SMG 12. But if you can handle the recoil of that, I would definitely pick that gun over the C75 because it has a faster rate of fire, and it's going to drop your enemies quicker. But having said that, her next primary is the slug shotgun, which I don't really think is a useful option for that high level play unless you're super good at snapping to people and you're good with shotguns like that. I personally am not, so I don't use the shotgun in ranked. As you can see right now, I'm using the DMR, but for somebody who can handle that and be able to be consistent with it, go for it. It's pretty much one shot down for most operators if you hit them in the chest, and definitely a fun gun to play with. Alright, next up we have Vigil, aka Virgil. He is my favorite operator out of the 3 that have been introduced this season. He can go invisible to drones, which is his special ability. I'm not really sure how useful this is. I know it sounds really great, but at the time when you're on that drone, you can see that Vigil is close and you can actually hear it beeping when he is nearby. Besides that, I love his SMG, and again he has the secondary slug shotgun like Doki, but I never use that. I always use his SMG. It's got laser-like accuracy and is absolutely amazing. Far too close range, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't hit real hard. It's kind of low in damage, but it is super fun to use just because it's so accurate, and headshots are the way you're going to want to go with this gun. But besides that, I think he's a really good operator. He's one of my favorite to use for roaming. I'm not really sure how useful his ability is just yet, because as you know, you can be invisible to drones, which is awesome, but people can tell, and especially good players can tell where you are just by the beeping. So when a drone drives past you and you're invisible, on the drone screen, or the person who's driving the drone screen, they're going to see that white kind of mute looking jammers kind of stuff around the screen, and they're also going to hear beeping when they get close to you, and that pretty much gives away your position to like 90% accuracy basically. Unless you are smart and can change your position just a little bit, or you have instances like this where these guys just weren't thinking, it's going to be rough to trying to use this ability. But besides that, he's still a great roamer, 3-speed. I love how dark his default skin is. He's super dark operator and can easily hide in corners or just dark areas. Anything like that is really good for this guy. And again, like I said before, my favorite operator of the season, and I definitely think he is a buy. He is useful for ranked, and if you guys want to, you should definitely pick him up. But anyways, that is about it for today, guys. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'm sorry for not posting more recently, but the holidays have been crazy. I've had a lot of family stuff going on, and as we all know, family comes first. So again, thanks for watching, and as always, stay cheesy.
Love you.
No! No! I know, but she was right there. I had to get her.
You would have probably been able to kill Thermite first, bro.
I know, I didn't even hear it. Damn it.